Hey y'all, it's Amanda Gray here again. It's been a while, I know. I keep coming on, disappearing, keep coming on, disappearing. And I'm gonna try to be better at recording and doing things. Just because it's something I love. It's not even about getting my name out or whatever. So, a few things that I've been up to. I still work at my job that I have full-time now. I'm kind of thinking about going back to having a second job, but I probably won't because it was a lot of work on me and it was hard. My son's going to be out of school here in like the next month, and in June we got a vacation, so I'm excited about that, which can't wait to get away. And plus we're going somewhere I've never been, so that will be fun. And then, you know, my husband's situation, has his good days and his bad days, I guess, and, today's a bad day, so, you know, we're just trying to make the best of it, and he's at work, and it's all we can do is make him, you know, try to get him to keep going to work until he can't no more. So, yeah, so there's a few things that, not really a big change. I kind of want to talk about being used and also abuse. Obviously there's different forms of abuse: bullying, taking advantage of, actually physically getting abused, mentally, emotionally. Some things have happened, and I'm not going to get too much into other people's business, but I had to go rescue someone and from an abusive relationship, and it took a toll on me as well. I was very emotional about it, and not necessarily because, I guess it is because they are a part of my life. Well, we're a part of my life. I don't know. Yeah, so it's kind of complicated. But, you know, abuse is not a cool thing. It's a terrifying thing. It's a tragic thing. And people could lose their life about it. People could take their own life. I personally have lived through that. And it's not something I would hope for on my worst enemy. It's a hard battle to face. It's hard when you know someone else and you try to protect them and you try to nurture them in that sense because you've already been through it. But every experience, like my experience, isn't going to be the same as the person I rescued. It's not going to be the same as my best friends. It's not going to be the same as whoever. They're all different kinds of abuse. They're all different kinds of people. They're all different kinds of whatever. I mean, you could get abused by your friends, you can get abused, you know, whatever. It's not a cool thing. If you're bullied, don't be a bully. I mean, if you've been bullied, don't turn it into the bully. Just do something good. Make a good change about it. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say that I've never bullied someone, because I probably have. And I truly feel sorry if I ever did, because that's not who I am. I might have, but I don't remember, to be honest. It's not okay. Not at all. And, anyway, so that situation took a toll on me. I, carried that burden for a while, a few days actually, and it just ate me up seeing that person in a place where I can release them, I can help them, all I could do is support them, and it was hard for me to just do that. Like, I couldn't take that away from them. The pain, the hurt, the struggle, the shock, because once you get out of an abusive relationship, it's definitely a shock knowing that you did have a way out. You just never really truly took it. And you have to be 100% done with that person in order for you to be done. Like, because if you're only 50% done, you're always going to keep going back. And with an abuse, whether it be boyfriend, friend, whatever, mother, father, whatever the case may be, you're always going to get pulled back into that regardless. And the one thing that I have been through is just knowing, instead of thinking of what that person used to be or who that person used to be, I always try to remind myself of the things that person did that hurt me, that caused me to feel this way. Anyway, but, you know, in a sense, I'm getting abused by family, because I don't generally talk about this, but really, in my family right now, it is me, my son, my husband, and my neighbors and friends. There is no blood. And the reason I say that is because ever since I got pregnant with my son, my mom was like, oh, well, you know, you should do this and that with the baby and get over it, you know, and be done with the baby and stuff like that. But then through my pregnancy, my mom was there, and she was the only one that supported me. Like, my husband's mom did not support me. She thought I was somebody I wasn't, which hurt my feelings. But what are you gonna do? After my son turned probably about 6 months, maybe, I don't know exactly, but she was up in his life until about 6 months, 5 months, and she disappeared. I heard from her every once in a while, but it was like every day she came over for 6 months, and then it was like boom, gone. And it was because my sister had a child, and it's wrong, and it hurt me. It still hurts me, obviously, and I don't know if I can ever let that go. Excuse me. But as some of you guys know, my son is 5. She hasn't been a part of his life since he was 5, 6 months. And it's been hard for me to accept that. Because to me, there's no exception to that. And, you know, I guess people choose who they want to be, what they want to do with their lives. And it just hurts. Like, I go around my family and they're all over every other kid, grandkid, even stepkids. And my son gets left out. And I don't tolerate it no more. I'm done. And I think the reason that most people don't like me, or my family doesn't like me right now, is because they want me to do what they want me to do. And I don't have a voice with them. And now that I'm speaking for myself and allowing myself to have that voice, they don't want nothing to do with me. And that's okay, because, you know, honestly, I'm not going to let someone tell me how to live my life. And I'm not going to allow somebody to discriminate or whatever it is against my child. My son is 5. He did nothing wrong. And I keep asking myself, what did he do wrong? What's so wrong about my child versus that child? He was her first grandkid. So it's just been hard for me to swallow. In a sense, I kind of feel used. And, you know, when I went and rescued that person that I was talking about earlier, my mom blew up my phone left and right. Oh, is that person okay? Is that person okay? And I haven't heard from her since. That person's been gone for like 2 days now. Nobody called, nobody talks to me, nobody wants nothing to do with me. I was used, and I'm okay helping people out. I don't expect anything in return. I don't. But the one thing that bothers me is being used. Just be honest. Like, hey, I don't want nothing to do with you because of this or that or whatever. But I think I did the right thing. I did my part, and I had to let go. So, but it really pisses me off that someone could do that to a child. Like, he's my baby. I'm not going anywhere, no matter good, bad, different, that he makes decisions in his life. I will always stand behind him because, you know what? I'm his mother. And that's what a mother's supposed to do. Um, you know, it makes me sick. But, I didn't grow up without I grew up without a father. My grandpa was my dad. And, my grandpa's no longer around. And it sucks. And my grandma's, having her hard time and stuff. And I love all my grandmas. I love my grandpas. I love my family. And that's never going to change. That's just who I am. But I've decided to love them from a distance. And if they can't respect me, then that's okay. We can have our differences. We don't have to agree on everything. That's fine. But I will not tolerate disrespect. I will not tolerate disrespect. Because you know what? Only person that has had my back is my husband. The only person that has carried me on when I want to just fall down is my husband. The only person who's done anything for me other than my son is my husband. And it's sad to say that. Because I thought family was better, but apparently not. But I do have great friends that I consider family, which is a great thing because even without my friends, I'd be okay. But it's just nice to know. Hey guys, sorry, husband called. But it's just nice to have, friends and people you can talk to and rely on other than your spouse. Because sometimes you guys are, you're so close together that you both are stuck in that place. So, anyway, but what I was trying to say is, I'm tired of being used. Even on Facebook and things like that, my mom comments on my sister's kids and all their things, but she only likes my sons. So I don't know if it's something to do with me personally. I don't know if it's actually something to do with my son. I don't know. But all I know is I'm not going to tolerate it no more. He doesn't deserve that, and I haven't put up with it for a while. Just recently, rescuing this person that I've noticed it again, and I'm that type of person that will speak out and say what I gotta say, but on the same token, sometimes silence is the best thing, and I'm not sure which one I want to play right now. It's not like I'm playing a game, because I'm not. My heart is actually hurt by this, and I'm not really sure anymore what to expect, sorry. What to expect, what to do, what to know, and I'm just over it. Simple as that. I'm just not gonna tolerate it. I'm not gonna put up with it. I'm not gonna allow it. The disrespect between my family and my husband, it's gotta stop too. He's a good guy. He's the only one in my whole family that has been a man. And, it's just the truth. So, I don't know if my family's mad because of that. Me and my husband been married 5 years. We didn't get married, until after we'd known each other for 2 years. And, we had a child before we got married, but what's the point? He's taken care of me since I was pretty young. And, we work perfectly together, and I think, we've had this talk before, but his grandparents raised him. My grandparents raised me. So it kind of makes us kind of bond because we didn't really have a mom and a dad. They were, we have a mom and dad, but they were not there. His dad was not in the picture, and my dad was not in the picture, and my mom worked all the time. And my mom was dealing with her own problems. And his mom was working and dealing with her own problems, so it's kind of cool that we come from the same background, just different generations. And I definitely want my son to have what my husband does, the respect for women and people in general, and I want him to have my heart. So, but we'll see, let him be who he wants to be. So yeah, I just need to get that off my chest. I'm so tired of people using me. I don't know if it's just because I'm a softie and then I can be really rude when I want to. But, I just don't want to be used anymore, and I'm not going to allow it. And, I'm still learning. I know I've said this in the previous videos, but I'm still learning how to let go. And it's still a struggle for me. And I'm not really sure where to go, so maybe I will reach out and talk to someone else that's outside my family and friends, and maybe, find out why I can't let go of these things and why it's so hard for me. I cut my dad off not too long ago. I haven't heard from him. So, obviously, these people don't want to be a part of my life for some reason, which is fine. But the only thing it's not that I want them a part of my life. That's not why I'm so like, oh my god, why did I do wrong, blah, 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 blah. The thing is, I want to know why. That's all I want to know. Why don't you want to be a part of my son's life? Why don't you want to be a grandparent? Why do you treat everybody else different than you treat me, my son, and my husband? I just want to know. So, I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that I don't need anybody. Maybe it's the fact that I want to do this on my own, and I have done this on my own for years. And obviously with my husband. But, the fact that we don't call upon people, or we don't need a handout, or, I don't know. So, it's weird to me. But it is what it is, I guess. So, but anyway, just don't allow somebody to abuse you, bully you. If anything, take control of the situation by not being a part of the situation. And if you see someone else being abused or bullied, take care of it. Help out. Rather not, I'm not saying get into a fight or whatever about it, but just do something to help that person. So, excuse me. I worked all night and haven't slept yet. So, but anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to rant about. I'm sorry that it's a long video, but it's something I needed to say. And I will try to be on here more often. So, I hope y'all have a great day. Bye!